Hello there, boaters. Kelly Berry here with MarineMax, and today we are at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show 2021 here with Patrick Sciacca, Yachting Magazine. Good to see you again in the flesh, sir.
Good to see you, Kelly. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Good to be at the boat show.
Super exciting stuff. So again, 2021 Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. We're going to be here all week. If you want to check it out, come by and stop by and check out the Ocean Alexander booth, the Azimut Yachts booth. So many booths to come and check out all the latest boats and models, of course. So, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing? Where are we here?
We are on the Ocean Alexander 30R, which is one of several Ocean Alexander debuts at the show this year, and we're really happy to be back because last year's show, was kind of but everybody's back.
Everybody's back.
Everybody's back. The crowds are back. The boats are back. Demand is high. Yep. We've seen great earlier shows in the fall overseas and up in the Northeast, and now we're at the first day here, and the docks are already starting to get filled.
It's incredible, and if you've ever been to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, you have the feeling for sure. I mean, people are pumped, people are excited, and customers are excited, and companies, of course, of the boat models and manufacturers are excited to showcase all their latest and greatest models. So, of course, the 30R, all new from Ocean Alexander. Should we step inside and check it out?
Let's go take a look.
All right. Do you want to do the honors, sir? So, a great feature of this boat is with many, if not all, of the Ocean Alexanders, is the automatic opening of the door. So again, it is the first day of the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, as mentioned, so there will be people on board the boat. So we might have to move around a little bit. It's super busy. It's a good thing.
It is a really good thing. So the 30R, as we know, was designed with Ocean Alexander and Evan K. Marshall, longtime collaborator. Mm-hmm. And one of the first things that I noticed when I came in here was how they maximized the use of the beam of the boat. We've got a boat that's 30 meters, it's 97.3 feet, and we got 22.5 feet of beam, and they really did a lot with this. As you can see, we have a completely open floor plan, which is incredibly inviting when guests are coming through that salon door. And then we use furniture placement to define the social setting. So we have the sitting area here, with we have the L shape, and then we have a settee across. And then as we come forward, we separate that from the formal dining area, which you can see takes up a really great table here. We got room for 10.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. And then
about this size.
One of the great things about it is if you look with the cut down bulwarks out the side of the windows, you have great views. I mean, you can picture yourself being in the Bahamas, sitting down, either you're having sundowners with friends or you're dining, with that beautiful Bahamas blue water, and you've got unobstructed views, port and starboard.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that you forget about sometimes when you're at a boat show is you see other boats on the sides, beautiful boats, of course, but think of where you could be with this boat. In the Bahamas, I mean, think of what your views would be out of these windows in a place like the Bahamas or anywhere across the United States or the world.
Yeah, I mean, and then you have a really warm feeling in here. You have the indirect lighting overhead. You have the really light toned fabrics. It really feels home-like.
Yes.
Is the feeling that I get. And open.
Being super tall like I am, 6'4", I mean, I have headspace for days, not only here, but throughout the boat, which is hard to find, too. I mean, for me, I feel like I'm always finding a place to go like this. But this boat, I can definitely just walk and not worry about it, not think about it.
I don't have the headroom problem. But there is a ton of space in here. And they really did a great job of maximizing it. And again, we have the white oak floor with the light fabrics. You have the light coming through the windows, so that the sense of volume in here is enormous. And the other thing that's really great about this boat is as you come forward, you have a sub-100-foot boat with a main deck master stateroom.
Yes. Speaking of which,
we should probably go
check
take a
it
look.
Out. All right. And again, you saw the crowds coming through. This is the first day of the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, and you saw how many people were in this one location at one time, too. So you think of how many people you can entertain.
Oh, it's if you have a big cruising family, no worries.
So this is where I would spend a lot of my time, I think, of course, at night, but also just reading a book, hanging out, checking my iPad in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, when you're coming through the salon down the companionway here, and you come in here, this is definitely a wow factor here. Mm-hmm. Part of it is with the sense of volume inside, but the other is you have these the hull side windows. Again, picture yourself, you're waking up, beautiful blue water, and you sit here, you have your coffee before you start your day. You've got the ensuite head right here. And it's just it's an incredible space, incredibly comfortable space.
And incredibly picturesque, where I could basically take a picture of anywhere in this room and it would be a beautiful photo, right? That you can hang on your wall. But I mean, look at this, just kind of the symmetry, and also just, you feel like you're at home in a way. And
Yeah.
it's just very open and spacious.
For sure, and symmetry is a word that you can use, defining this yacht, because as you can see, as we came through the salon,
Yes.
and as you can see the way the furniture placement, and you can see that the way the dining is set up, and you can see the way that this is placed, the berth is placed. The symmetry follows, stern to bow
Throughout the boat.
throughout the boat.
And I do have to just note too, and we can kind of even check out the master head here, which is one of my favorite parts too, and my wife would love this. Full-size bathtub with jets.
Yeah, kind of unusual. Very unusual. Incredible feature.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
If you want to leave here and actually, leave
Yeah.
the boat, but I doubt a lot of people would ever want to. I mean, with like I said, with the tub
Yep.
and the light coming through, it's an inviting space. You want to spend time.
Yeah, full-size shower if you don't want to go the bath route, of course, and you have the rain shower. But again, it's just a ton of light coming in here too. So most of the time, you don't even have to turn the lights on, and you have a ton of light and a pretty cool view out here with the bow area. It's pretty awesome.
And again, as you can tell with Kelly in here, headroom.
Yeah, seriously.
Serious space here. And we got the his and hers sink, so
Yep.
we got plenty of room for the couple who loves to cruise together and spending time in the master.
So again, we are here at the boat show. If you want to check out us online, we have the online showcase for you with MarineMax, so you need to check that out. Going on all week long. If you can't make it, if you're up in Minnesota or something like that, you can't deal with the heat, we have you covered there too. So, but other than that,
one thing I would suggest when you do come on this boat and you start looking, I mean, you take a look at the fit and finish work. I mean, definitely come and look at the details, because the fit and finish work on this boat is outstanding.
yeah, attention to detail. When you do look at everything here, this is a great. The hinges on this boat. Everything is, you spare no expense.
Well, we have robust hardware, right?
Yep.
So there's no creaking, no shaking, no noise. It's very quiet underway.
I was thinking these too. I mean, just again, they can just go away if you need them to. But solid metal, really well done, and don't have to worry about it when you're underway.
No, and again, it has a very comfortable feeling in here.
Should we?
Yeah, let's go
Head
up
up?
top.
All right. I'll let the cameraman Josh go first so he can check it out, and I'll follow. So real quick, Patrick, how long have you been coming to the boat shows at this point?
This is my 21st Fort Lauderdale boat show. So
21st.
21 years.
Wow. So throughout the years, you've seen a lot of boats, you've seen a lot of sights and sounds, and what have you seen that's changed throughout the years? I mean, what's kind of evolved in many ways with the show?
Well, I think we're seeing it right here on the 30R, and the
boats?
size the size of the boats.
Yeah.
At one time, 100 foot. There were ahs, jaws dropping, and now it's not uncommon.
No.
It's not uncommon. So the size of the boats, I think, styling has evolved quite
Definitely.
a bit. I mean, we see it here. What Evan and Ocean Alexander has done in terms of maximizing interior volume, use of space.
Yes.
There's not a lot of dead, unused space. Every space has a purpose. We've really seen, and we've seen it in homes too, reflected in homes, kind of the open floor plan.
Yeah, which
the
is a
open
huge
concept.
thing. I mean, just knocking down some walls does a big difference, right?
Yeah. But I mean, and because the materials have evolved and the way boats are built now, it gives us the ability to open up those spaces.
Sure.
Right? You can use more glass because you don't need to put in, tons of composite work
Beams and everything.
for the structure.
Sure.
Right? So that's been a huge advantage, which has created, again, like we're sitting here up here on the bridge, and not only is it where you're gonna, run the boat, but this is an incredible entertaining space. Let's not forget that, we have an L-shaped settee right here across from a bar.
Yeah. I mean, you just have space, and there's many different things that you can do with the space too. And one thing you mentioned too is, the materials have changed. I know carbon fiber has become much more useful. What are some of the materials that have kind of changed the game that you've seen?
Well, I mean, carbon fiber is definitely one of them. We're taking a lot of weight, right? You take out weight, you get more performance. I mean, when you can add a structure up high that has less weight, right? You take the center of gravity down, you remove the tenderness of the boat, and then you add in stabilization. And you've got an incredibly comfortable ride for everybody. So even people that were maybe like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to go in, it's going to be rough, and it's just not the case anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean that's been huge.
Yep.
You know, and using infusions so we can build them lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So you build them lighter, then you don't need as much horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have more fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
So then you increase range.
It's like the domino effect, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like a single thing, but I think it's the evolution of many things.
Yep.
Right, and R is revolution, right? So 30R, revolution.
Yes.
So within the brand, that's what this boat is representing in terms of design.
Mm-hmm.
And Ocean Alexander, as you can tell, is taking it full advantage of all of those technologies in creating these new series, these new models.
Yeah.
You know, and the 30R is in the middle of a 3-model R series, right?
Yes.
So they have the 27 on the entry side, right, and then the 35,
which is right next to us here.
It's right here, and then we're on the 30.
Yes.
Right
in the middle. And it's crazy. I mean, when you're walking the docks and you see the 35 next to the 30, you're like, wow, that is a massive boat, and I'm sure it is. But when you get aboard the 30, you're like, holy moly, this is a ton of space in itself.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people when you're talking about kind of these high volume designs, looking at it in a picture is one thing, but I would really encourage, if you're going to come by the show, to step aboard and really feel what this space is.
Yep.
Because it's you know, it's an overused word, but it's massive.
Yes.
It's massive, the internal space, and I mean, this is an entertaining boat, right? This is a boat built for entertaining at sea.
Sure.
I mean, from that salon we saw down here,
the bar,
up here, yeah, and kind of this, you know, this kind of sky lounge area here. I mean, it's just built for entertaining. I mean,
hot tub out back, of course.
Well, you have to.
You can't not.
You have to. I mean, I guess you could put a tender out there if you wanted to, but I mean,
course.
just look at that space again. We're talking about this superstructure spanning, you know, a good part of the beam of the boat.
Yes.
And we're extending all the way aft. So now you also have the overall hardtop protecting the cockpit for dining as well.
And I think that's something that Ocean Alexander has always done very well, is especially this space out here for entertaining and just coverage from, you know, the elements if needed, where you're getting some nice daylight in, but you're also, you know, relaxed. You don't have to get fried by the sun. And there's some sun pads out there too, so you can be grilling, you can be hanging out, grab a drink in here, come back out, hop in the hot tub, and have yourself a day. Yeah,
I mean, when you talk about the seamlessness between the inside-outside spaces, I mean, these sliding doors, when you open them, you know.
Yeah. And it's something that's, you know, it's
indoor, outdoor.
You know, there's a lot of boat manufacturers, they'll often put in technologies that are cool, but they're not as functional as you would like them to. This is something I've seen for many years with Ocean Alexander, and they're just getting better. And it's something you can use all the time if you need to stop it if needed. It stops on a dime, so the kids are running out and everything, and just a beautiful way to open a door.
Safety first. Yeah, you don't want to pull slide that.
Yeah.
You want to press that button and let it happen.
For sure.
But again, I mean, this is just a massive opening, and so when you keep this open, and you've got.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't even know what the measurement on this. We should get it.
Yeah.
But it's just
I have it in my phone.
Yeah, it's an enormous entertaining space, and it's really, again, it's design-wise reflects what we're seeing on the main deck.
Yep.
So there's carryover there. So there's a lot of continuity. And again, we have the light woods here, which are helping along with the light coming through all the glass, because I mean, you can see a lot of superstructure glass in this boat, which again creates that an open vibe that you just find throughout the decks.
One thing I also noticed too, and I'm sure that the team over at Ocean Alexander have a name for it, but this kind of like curvature of the glass here, it's actually kind of an artistic feature, I thought, with the boat. And it, of course, adds so you don't have to put a big pillar there and kind of block it off from additional openness.
Well, the other benefit in general from whether the glass is, you know, in the hull side, or you see glass, you know, in the superstructure of the main deck, and you see it up top, is it visually lowers the profile of the boat.
Sure.
So it has this perception of the boat, you know, being lower.
Yes.
Which is, again, it kind of sleeks out the lines a little bit, which is always a beautiful feature. It's a little tough to see that here at the show with the boat boxed in, but if you get a chance to see it on the water, please do.
Yeah.
You'll be able to take advantage of that.
Of course, come down to the boat show. You have to see these boats in person. But of course, after the show too, you can always check these boats out with MarineMax and stop by one of our MarineMax stores, and you can see it in an environment every once in a while where there aren't always boats right next to it, and you can see those open waterways, you know. It really does make a difference. But of course, stop by the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show and talk to our team for sure to get aboard. Should we keep moving?
Yeah, let's go.
One more spot. Where would you like to go, Patrick?
Where would I like to go?
It's up to you. We can see the bow. We can.
Yeah, let's go check out the foredeck,
okay,
because again, there's a lot of al fresco entertaining is a big part of this boat. So we've seen the stern, we've seen kind of the salon. Let's go check out the foredeck.
Yep. Doors on both sides here too, by the way.
Yep.
And if you haven't seen the Revolution line, of course, check out oceanalexander.com. But there's kind of different lineups within Ocean Alexander, and each one has their own flavor and functionality. So, I mean, where do you see the Revolution kind of fitting in with the Ocean Alexander family? It's
well, I mean, this
definitely more innovative and
yeah, no,
new,
I mean, there's a lot. Yeah,
exciting.
there's a lot of new in this boat. Like I said, and to me, it's really it comes about from maximizing the internal volume and doing a lot with those spaces.
Yep.
As we saw down below, and then here's another one of them. You know, for so long, for years, and it's funny when I first saw like a foredeck lounge, you know. It was at first foreign.
Sure.
But then you start seeing, you're like, well, that just makes a lot of sense. Why aren't we using this space to entertain?
Yeah.
And as you can see here, you know, whether it's the U-shaped seating here, or we have the sun pads here with the rests that flip up here.
Yes.
I mean, this is just a great space to relax on the hook.
Yeah.
You
For
know?
not just you, but your whole family could be out here at the same time.
Your whole
or
family and a
friends.
few friends. I mean, we
Yeah.
just have a lot of space up here.
Yep.
So, I mean, that to me is, you know, it's something that we've seen as a trend.
Yep.
But it also just makes a whole lot of sense.
Sure.
You know, and then when you have the poles here, and you can put in, you know, your canvas over here to keep you shaded when, like right now, it's about 90-something degrees out here. Yeah, it's a great day for long sleeves.
Yeah.
But you know, it just makes a lot of sense, and
Sure.
you want to spend a lot of time out here. And again, if you were say you were med moored,
Yep.
you know, it's quiet. You know, you're removed from the hustle and the bustle of the dock,
And you're high up.
and you've got views.
Views for days.
You've got views. We can see the whole show from up here.
Speaking of which, yeah, it's a good opportunity to check out and see where else you are at the show and what's happening here. But no, it's totally it's just a great place to relax. And I keep coming back to attention to detail too. You even see like some of the drainage systems and stuff have the Ocean Alexander logo, and just the fit and finish, the metals.
The metal work is great. I mean, I would say again, just like I
Cleats.
told you earlier, to come and like check out some of the woodwork and the finishes and the
Yes.
edges. I would say come back and look some of the metal work as well, because it is solid. It's solid, top to
sure.
bottom.
Awesome.
You know, some of it's artisanal in nature. It's not just functional.
Yeah, of course. You have to kind of blend that form over function, or form with function,
Form
so
with
it's
function, yeah.
not one or the other. And you know, you're going down and having a really beautiful boat, but it doesn't actually perform.
Well, the simple fact is boats operate on water,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So it can look great, but then it's got to work.
It actually has to go out there.
It actually
from the
has to
slip.
go out there.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, when you combine the whole design of the boat, and then the
Yep.
fact you're able to take some weight out. I mean, one of the things I actually like, I mean, you can see that we're sitting up pretty high on this boat.
Sure.
This boat has a ton of internal volume. However, even with all of that, and 1,900 mans in the boat, and two 40 kilowatt Kohler gensets in the boat, this boat full load,
Yep.
which is 251,000 pounds, I think, or probably 251,856 or something like that.
How does he remember this?
I don't
it's
know.
Incredible.
You can fact check me, but it only draws 5 feet 11 inches.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
at 30 meters, at that displacement, right? We're still Bahamas friendly here.
Yeah,
This is still a great Bahamas boat. You can
Yep.
get in and out, no problem.
Bimini bound.
Yeah, we're under 6 feet
for sure.
with a full load.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so
it's
I mean,
incredible.
yeah. So it just makes it a great. I mean, if you're talking about a Bahamas cruising boat, you're going to be gone for the summer. You're going to, you're going to go away for a few weeks.
Yep.
I mean, first of all, you're self-sufficient,
Yes.
and then you can get in and out of anywhere.
Yeah, and why would you? I mean, this is a home away from home for many people. I mean, they could have a 30R or a 35R. So this is something where you never really have to be like, I'm missing the amenities at home. You have all the amenities right here.
I could work remotely from here.
I could definitely work remotely from here as long
you
as
get
I
my
have some decent
SATCOM
internet.
system up, and I could work remotely from here.
Yeah, well, that definitely tells you just the beauty of the boat, and of course, Ocean Alexander's been doing it for a while. Evan Marshall's designs they continue to get more fine-tuned every year. We see new boat models, so really cool stuff.
Yeah, no, Evan does a fantastic job.
Yeah,
Wonderful design.
Anything else? We've talked about a lot. Anything else from you? What's happening with Yachting Magazine?
It's
coming up?
It's funny. As hot as it is right now, we're working on our winter issues. So we're working on January and February at the time. We're actually talking about the Miami Boat Show as we sit here.
Of course.
Because we're always living in the future in magazines.
You have to.
Yeah. But we're going to be covering the show as well. So we're going
Sure.
to have stuff on our social pages. We're going to be putting out stuff on our website.
Yep.
We've got we're working on a January issue now, which is very exciting. It's our Innovators issue.
Awesome.
So we're going to be talking about people who have changed the industry and have
Ooh.
made boating better for everybody. So that's an exciting feature. We do it every year. We feature 5 to 6 individuals and/or companies who
Okay.
have really made incredible contributions to
Excellent.
the yachting pastime, and we celebrate them.
For sure, and you have to, because then you get beautiful things like what we're standing on, right? I mean, the innovations that come out of these products, and
yeah, I mean, without people like Evan K. Marshall, who are, you know,
Yep.
just reimagining
yes,
what yachting can be to people.
yep,
You know,
and that's what it needs to be. I mean, if you get stale and it's just the same thing over and over, people are like, you know what? Look at that boat over there, you know? So you
Yeah.
have to keep up with it, but it also has to function, of course, which I think is the theme of this.
that
and
is.
That's what the 30R
It's
is.
form and function. Form and function.
Cool.
That's
Well,
the 30R.
Thank you very much, Patrick. It's
Thank
been a
you, Kelly.
blast. If you want to check out Yachting Magazine, where can they find you?
YachtingMagazine.com. You can find Yachting Magazine on Facebook, Yachting Magazine on Instagram. We're everywhere.
Yeah, and of course, pick up an issue as well. So,
Always.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. Again, Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. I feel like I've said it 30 times at this point, but check it out. We'll be here all week long and into the weekend, and you got to be here. So, thank you very much, Patrick.
Thank you, Kelly. Good to see
It's
you.
been a blast. We'll see you guys out on the water.